Hello you guys, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be getting ready and doing glam. We're going to try out new products and products that I got from my birthday. I hope you guys enjoy this video and let's get right into it. Okay, first up, let's start off with skin prep. Today I'm going to use the e.l.f. lip oil, and this one's their Glow Reviver lip oil. I like to use this one before I start applying makeup. Next up, I have this Youth to the People skincare set. When I went into Sephora, they gifted me this for my birthday. I'm only going to try out the moisturizer. This is the moisturizer, and this is their Superfood Air Whip Moisture Cream. I'm so excited to use this as my first step for skin prep. This is what the product looks like. I can't wait to bring hydration back into the skin. My face is pretty dry, so I kind of need this right now. It feels pretty hydrating. Oh, this is really hydrating actually. It's really moisturizing, and I'm going to avoid my brows. And this is what the moisturizer looks like sunk in. It feels pretty nice, and it leaves this very light tacky feel. Okay, moving on, we're gonna go in with brows. I'm gonna go in with this e.l.f. brow lamination. This has to be one of my favorite drugstore brow gels, like hands down. This is such a great product. On one side it has that brush applicator, and then on the other side is where it has the gel. This is what it looks like. Pretty much like to brush the product through my brows and then kind of start shaping them from there. Once I have coated enough product into my brows, I like to let it sit and dry down a little bit before I go ahead and shape them. But honestly, e.l.f. really did a great job with this brow gel. I feel like I've tried many from the drugstore, I've tried the NYX, and there's just nothing like this one. Then I just give it a minute to dry down, and then I start shaping them. Once the brow starts to feel a little tight, I'll go in with the top part right there, the smaller bristles, and then I start combing through my brows. And this is just to really ensure that the product is well brushed into my brows. Then I'll go in with the thicker side and then just immediately flatten them down. And then bam, that's how I do my brows regularly. Sometimes I'll go in with the Maybelline brow pen, but sometimes I'll just leave it as how it is. I'm serious, e.l.f. really killed it with this one, 1,000 out of 10. Moving on, I'm gonna go ahead and prep with the Rare Beauty eye primer. I've been loving this eye primer for my eyeshadow. I do like to make sure I do have my brush with me ready, so once I apply this product, I can go ahead and blend right away. This product does dry down pretty fast. So like I said before, make sure you do have a brush on hand to blend the product on the spot. Not going to set it because I am going to use a specific eyeshadow for this tutorial. Today we are going to use the Danessa Myricks Groundwork palette, and this one is their Blooming Romance palette. I'm so excited to try this on camera with you guys. I already used it. If you follow me in my socials, I already did a tutorial because I was just too excited to use it. But this is what it looks like. So pretty, so gorgeous. Let me show you guys the inside. Here are what the colors look like. This is so pretty. Let's dive in. You have all your pinks, all your mauves. I'm so excited to dive with this one. Just a quick heads up, the bigger pans are the cream formulas and the smaller pans are the powder formulas. I'm going to start off with the cream formula and I'm going to take this pink one first. And since I have that eye primer, I'm pretty much going to set this cream product down. To switch brushes into something more dense, I feel like with this formula something like this brush is going to help more. And just setting down that light pink. And I purchased this one for my birthday. It was just so pretty and I really wanted to pick it up. And I'm so glad I did because I really enjoy the formula of this one. I've only played with it once, which was when I did that pink eyeshadow look. I'm going to try to switch it up so I don't have to do something repeatedly, but again, I just love the color, so let's see what we can create. I just realized they actually have the names engraved on the palette. I didn't notice that until now. So the first shade I went in was Crush, and now I'm gonna go in with the second one right here called Smitten, and just grab that same brush and pretty much deposit that eyeshadow in the crease. So pretty, these eyeshadows, these cream formulas, they have this nice velvety texture to it, which I really enjoy. It is so pretty. I just love this shadow. Now that that's placed down, let's go in with the third shade, and that's the shade Dreamy. I'm going to focus that right in the outer corner of my eye. You know, I just really like this formula. I feel like because of that velvety touch to the shadow or to the eyes, like once you apply it, it kind of almost like dries down because of that velvet formula. I almost feel like you don't need the powder, and I kind of feel like that's why they made the powder pans smaller, because I feel like the formula of the cream shadow is like already good. So just pretty much setting that into the outer corner of my eye just to bring out more depth. So pretty. You can see how beautiful those colors are. I just love pink eyeshadow. Like, I'm such a neutral girly, but when it comes to pinks, I just love it. I'm going to hop on this row and I'm going to use that shade, and the shade is Adorn. And just really emphasize the outer corner of the eyeshadow. Cleaned off my brush, and now I'm going to diffuse the outer corner of the cream eyeshadow. I'm going to go ahead and set it with the powder versions of the same colors that we used. So taking Crush and just pretty much laying that in the inner corner of this eyeshadow. And then in the middle, I'm going to go in with, again, the same shadows, Smitten. And then using a more fluffier brush and then going in with the more darker shades. Okay, so I'm going to switch up with a more flatter brush, and I'm going to go ahead and create a wing. I'm going to use these two, the powder versions, and I'm going to use Lovesick and Bliss to create the wing. Might just stick with Lovesick and Adorn, because I feel like these shadows run a little bit dark, like the more mauve shadows. Let me recommend you this brush. It's so easy to create eyeshadow wing, and I got it from Walmart, and this one is it was in their brush section, makeup brush section, and it just says eyeliner brush. I don't remember, maybe it's from Perfusion. You can check it out when you go to Walmart, you're gonna see them, and I definitely recommend this brush for eyeliner. It just makes the application process so easier, and it gives you a sharp wing every single time. So I did went in with the third shade just to make sure that I'm able to darken that eyeliner wing. Looking good. This is what we have so far. Let's move on with glitter. I went to Ulta on my birthday. I wanted to try out this brand, and this is the Half Magic brand. I picked up their glitter pot. This is their glitter puff. This is the only shade they had, and the shade is Dopamine Sparkle. This is what it looks like. The packaging is so pretty. Here is a close-up. Here is a close-up on the back. It's a pink glitter sparkle, which I just love. I already tried it out because I was so excited. And here is what it looks like. It has a very interesting texture. Like, it goes on like as a cream product, but it does dry down matte. But it has this beautiful reflect. Here is the swatch, and you can see how pretty that is. When you swatch it, it does feel a little bit wet on your hands, but it does again dry down matte. That is so gorgeous. I'm going to apply that right now on the inner corner or in the middle of my eyes. Once you diffuse the product, it does give you with this fine sparkle into your eyes. I just really love this glitter. I'm going to grab some and then apply it right in the middle of my eye. And just look how pretty that glitter is. Look at that. It's such a pretty glitter. No wonder it went out of stock when I was trying to purchase this, because I really wanted to try it out, and I'm so glad that I was able to pick it up. I'm going to bring it a little bit higher than my eyeshadow so it can really pop. Applying it close to my brows just to really enhance that glitter into the eyeshadow. Here is what the glitter looks like. I hope the camera is able to pick this up because it actually looks so gorgeous. It has pops of like gold, but like also like purple and green and just like that gold type of sparkle. So pretty. This is definitely going to be a new favorite of mine. Moving on, let's go in with lashes. At Ulta, they gave me this birthday gift. This is the Lancome. This is their Hype Nose Mascara. And this is supposed to give you volumes for your lashes. I tried it once and I feel like it was okay, but let me just give it a second try just to see how I feel about this mascara. Here is a close-up of the wand, and you can see the wand has that shape so it can help give that volume for your lashes. I'm gonna go ahead and prep my lashes. When I first tried this mascara, I was really expecting like major volume, like thickness, all of that goodness, but it didn't really give me that. It just gave me more so like lengthening. Okay, let's try it out. I think I'm going to use that side. I feel like maybe I should add like a second coat, and maybe I'll be able to see the more fullness of the mascara. Just wiggling the product into my lashes and then pulling it out, and that's a first coat. Like, I feel like maybe I have short lash. Well, I don't have that much of a short lash, but it gave a little something something, you know. Here are what the lashes look like. I hope I don't look crazy looking up, but that is what the lashes look like. It doesn't look that bad. I feel like I just have to learn how to maneuver the wand into my lashes. I feel like applying a second coat, but I feel like it might be clumpy. Let me just give it a go. So yeah, it does clump up. So maybe I do suggest going in with one layer and just making sure that you brush your lashes the way you want them to be. This does clump up. You can already tell it does clump up. So yeah, I do suggest going in with one layer and just really making sure that you work with the mascara so they can dry down the way you want them to. I wouldn't say it's a favorite. It gave me some sort of length, not a lot of too much volume. But yeah, this is what the mascara looks like. Go ahead and apply lashes and we'll move on to complexion. Okay, lashes are on. Just in case if you're curious, I went in with the Kiss lashes in their Muse collection, and I went in with the style No Bleeds. These are one of my favorites. I always love to use these when I'm doing glam. Getting right into complexion, I'm going to start off with this e.l.f. Jelly Pop primer. This is their Dew primer. I do have to say, I feel like this primer blends so easily into the skin than their other ones. I find it to have more of like a slip to it, so you're able to apply it more easily and spread it more easily into your skin. This one definitely has to be one of my favorites. It just smells so good, like so fruity, so good, so watermelony. Then I do go ahead and tap it into my skin. Go ahead and let that dry for a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and apply a little bit of this Helloo Beauty color corrector. And this one is their peach shade. And just apply it a little bit into the inner corner just to cancel out any darkness. Can't tell if I'm close or far away from you guys. I always feel like I'm far away. Really do enjoy the formula of this corrector. It cancels out the darkness under the eyes while also giving this nice hydration. Let's go in with foundation. Now I grabbed some samples. I already got this a while back. I got the new Fenty Beauty foundation, their Luminous foundation, and I picked up two shades and I just can't decide which one I might be in their foundation. I've always struggled to pick a shade because I feel like they run too yellow. I feel like I'm more into the yellow neutral side of the undertone. So A is going to be the shade 315, and I also picked up the shade 300. I want to like kind of shade match myself on camera and just see which one looks best. I do have their powder foundation, and I do wear the powder foundation in the shade 300, so I'm guessing maybe I might be 300. So this is the shade 315, and it leans more neutral into my skin. It looks like that's a decent shade match, honestly, but I feel like when I go outside, like in the natural light, it just looks kind of off, so I just don't know. But that literally looks like it's blending into my neck. And this one's the shade 300. So yeah, you can definitely tell. Maybe 315 might be a better shade. Yeah, you can see, I feel like I can definitely play with both of these shades. I can definitely use both of these shades. I just feel like I've tried 315 before, the neutral one, this one. And I just feel like once I go outside, it just doesn't match my neck. So we'll see. I can either mix the foundation or just use both. I just don't know like which might be like my most ideal shade. And here is a close-up. So you guys, let me know, what do you guys think, if I'm more 300 or 315. It's just I'm always like back and forth trying to decide which shade. I'm going to mix both of them. Formula wise, I really enjoy this foundation. It's not overly luminous, it just has the right amount of luminosity on the skin. It does provide that beautiful coverage also. I really like this foundation. I just wish like the shades are just kind of like throwing me off. That looks so beautiful mixed together. I feel like I might create like my perfect shade. It sits so beautiful on the skin. Love that foundation. Again, my only complaint is the shades, it's just a little bit tricky to find like your perfect match. I feel like I might have to mix these two to get a perfect match. But let me know, what do you guys think of the shade match? But again, love this foundation. Okay, moving on, we're gonna go in with cream bronzer. I don't have a new one, but I have been loving my Rare Beauty cream bronzer, and this one's in the shade Always Sunny. I've always loved this one, especially for the summer. It just gives this nice amount of color into the skin. It just gives this nice amount of bronze. Always like this formula. It's just so blendable, so easy to blend while giving that warmth into the skin. Just pretty much blending that in the outer perimeter of my skin. Love to grab the product with my brush and then just apply onto the skin. I feel like that's a more easier application. Whatever it's left, I like to apply into the nose just to bring that warmth and cohesiveness. I love this one. I also like to go in with the Makeup by Mario shaping stick, and I have this one in the shade medium dark. I usually mostly use this one for contour purposes, so I like to focus this right beneath that bronzer. Just pretty much enhance the bronzer with the contour. Okay, let's go in with blush, and to match my blush with my eyeshadow, I go ahead with this Patrick Top blush, and this one's in the shade She's a Doll. Just popping that right in the apples of my cheeks. Just apply a little bit just to add a little bit of like that hue of pink into my cheeks. And apply a little bit on the nose. Going on with concealer, I'm going to mix two. I'm going to mix these two together. This one is the Dior concealer in the shade 2.5, and this one is the Hourglass concealer, and this one I have it in the shade sepia. I like mixing these two for longevity, just a little bit on each side. The Hourglass one has a little bit of more brightness, so I like to apply that right middle or inner corner of my under eyes. And then just blend, blend, blend. To do a little powder concoction, I'm going to go in with the Kosas powder in the shade Comfy and the Helloo Beauty powder in the shade Cherry Blossom. I like to be a little bit extra when it comes to my under eyes, and just taking that powder, dabbing it off, and then setting the under eye. This area of the nose is a part that I've always struggled to set, so I like to use a tiny brush or just a brush like this one, dust off the excess and just really set that inner corner of the nose. It's going to help really lock in powder around that area. Going with Cherry Blossom and just adding just a very light layer into the inner corner just to really lock in that under eye and give more brightness. While my under eyes are baking, we're going to go in with this powder for the perimeter of my face. This is the Fenty Beauty powder foundation, and this one's in the shade 300. And grabbing some and just really dusting off the excess and setting the outer perimeter of the skin. Now that our base is now set, let's go in with bronzer. I have the Kosas bronzer. This is their Sun Show bronzer in the shade Escape. Love this bronzer for the summer. It gives this beautiful glow to the skin. And back to the blush, I'm going to add the powder version of She's a Doll. And just to amp up the blush and the glow, I'm going to add a little bit of this Rare Beauty blush. This is their blush, powder blush in the shade Happy. This is what it looks like. I'm going to add this right at the top of the cheeks. Love that blush because it gives that beautiful glow into the cheeks. Back to the palette, I'm going to use the same shades that I used on my crease into my lower lash line. I'm going to pop this same mascara for my lower lashes. I'm going to go back with this glitter and just pop some in the inner corner of my eye. Okay, never mind. I'm going to go ahead with this pink right here from this Dior palette. Okay, moving on to lip liner. I'm going to mix these two shades. This is the Charlotte Tilbury lip liner and this one's in the shade Hollywood Honey. I'm going to mix it with the Anastasia lip liner and this one's in the shade Chai. So I'm going to trace my lips with this color and then this color I'm going to use to add more depth. And just pretty much diffuse that lip liner with a brush. I have two products that I want to try out for this look, but I'm debating on which one. I have the Jisoo lip oil and this one is their honey infused lip oil in the watermelon sugar flavor or shade. And I have the Half Magic glitter lip gloss and I have the shade Y2K Chi Rub. So I'm kind of debating between these two. I figure let's just swatch both and see which one I like. So this is what the Jisoo lip oil looks like. I already tried this one and I really liked it. And this is what the applicator looks like. It has this fine sparkle which I really like and it's so pretty on the lips. Look, it just looks so juicy, but it gives this beautiful sparkle on the lips. I don't know if the camera is going to be able to pick it up. Yeah, let me get really up close. It looks very juicy and glossy on the lips. I really like this one. I don't know if you're going to be able to see the sparkle, but it looks so pretty in person. I definitely love this one. This is Jisoo Watermelon Sugar. Let's apply the Half Magic one. I'm so excited to apply this one. It looked so pretty when I swatched it in stores. And just look at that. So pretty. Just swatch both of them so you guys can see how both of them look on my hand. So here is what both of them look swatched. This one is the Jisoo lip oil. It goes on transparent but it has that glitter sparkle. And this one is the Half Magic lip gloss. It's a pink lip gloss and it has multiple colored sparkles in it, like purple, pink, and just that silver sparkle. Now let's try out this one. Ooh, that's so pretty. This one's a lighter pink. This is what Y2K Chi Rub looks like. That is so pretty. It gives this type of pink, light pink gloss into the lips, but it has like that sparkle. I really like this one. I'm gonna keep it for the makeup look. We're gonna do a little spritz and we'll be done. Okay, you guys, that concludes this makeup look. Let me know, what do you guys think? I love the way everything turned out. The eyeshadow, the glitter, the makeup look, the lip. It's just everything in pink. I just love. I love me a good pink glam. It's just one of my favorites. When I don't feel like doing neutral, I love doing a nice pink glam. Let me know, what do you guys think? I love the way it turned out, and let me know any more ideas you guys want to see from me. Let me know down below. Don't forget to follow my socials. I do post on Instagram and TikTok. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next time. Bye.